Game drives are conducted mostly in the vicinity of the Khwai River. The river is one of the outflows of the Okavango Delta. This is the 5th day in the Magotho area. Yesterday, again an interesting day. Here a new bird one hasn't seen before, and there some behavior which one hasn't come across with animals. It's always interesting during those game drives. Every day is something new. Every day the cards are mixed anew. So let's see what we can find today. Impalas are also called the goat of Africa. They occur everywhere in large numbers. Dominant rams collect a large number of females into their harem during the rutting season. This, however, only lasts for a few weeks. The long toes of the African jacana allow this bird to walk on the leaves of water plants without sinking in too deep. It is most likely the only bird in Africa where the male sits on the eggs and also raises the chicks on its own. Despite the hippopotamus' large size, there is still a fight for space ongoing. Also constant diving and surfacing. Constant noises made by the nostrils. Hippos don't have voice cords. The trumpet-like noise is generated through the nostrils. The name of the blacksmith lapwing originates from the high-frequency sound it makes. It sounds like hitting an anvil with a hammer. In order to dig up ground, one needs a strong upper lip and large tusks. Crocodiles can only regulate their body temperature by either lying in the water or outside of the water. This hippo had moved into shallow water to let the wounds from a fight heal and get some treatment from the oxpeckers. Zebras and blue wildebeest are often seen together. 4 eyes are seeing more than 2 eyes. The more the substance of the hippo carcass goes down, the more the bellies of the crocodile seem to swell up. Rare sighting of a monitor lizard. It is also known as being a good swimmer. It specializes on feeding on eggs of birds and also their chicks. If crocodiles bury some of their eggs in the sand and the mother is not watching, the monitor lizard will dig up the eggs and eat them. My patiently waiting for something to happen paid off. At one stage, zebras would have to come down to the river to drink water. As with most of the large animals, the oxpeckers inspect them for ticks. Wetlands close to the river's edge are the ideal habitat for waterbuck. Here again can be observed the parasitarian relationship between a large animal and the cattle egret, the latter waiting for insects chased into the air by the legs of the moving waterbuck. The lilac-breasted roller has no problem perching on a tree stump in close proximity to a busy elephant. The elephant is busy pulling out the grass from the muddy ground, but it washes out the mud before it pushes the grass into its mouth. An impressive Kudu bull with its harem of cows of varying ages. Buffalo bulls have no problem standing in the water to feed on juicy grass. The river is riddled with large crocodiles, but none of them would dare to attack a large and heavy animal like a buffalo. First a sip from the milk bar to be enjoyed, then rolling in the sand because it doesn't yet have the technique to blow the dust all over him. Its trunk doesn't have the required suction force yet. The marabou stork demonstrates the enormous wingspan it has, which makes him an outstanding glider. A successful symbiosis. A satisfied oxpecker busy removing scab from a wound, and a happy hippo. The lilac-breasted roller has the most amazing colors, but its call is a mere croaking. This tawny eagle must have eaten something not so long ago, judging by the bulging out of its crop. Just leaning a bit and a thorough check, like a pilot, before this bateleur takes to the sky. To protect its legs from the intense sun, this marabou stork literally paints its legs white by letting its excrements flowing down the legs. It feeds on carrion like a vulture. The naked neck allows it to stick its head deep into a carcass. When retracting its head, no feathers will hook into the carcass like a barbed hook. The lonely hippo of this morning seems still to be suffering. It has moved on its side and seems to enjoy a rest. And again an elephant washing the mud off a bunch of grass before eating it. Elephants seem to know what tastes well.